Welcome to the Double Shot Drone Podcast, hosted by Davy Kieran and Mike Berthold, two professional Florida drone pilots and entrepreneurs. We are recording. Hey, welcome to Double Shot Drones with Davy.
And that's Mike right over there.
Right over here with the tiny world behind me. And we're here welcoming our guest, Trisha Finley from Florida Hue Photography. And Trisha, I gotta say, you're our first female guest. So, kind of like the first president, right? You're the first president. So
awesome.
we probably need a woman president soon. We definitely do. So
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so we got a lot in common. Trisha's in the Tampa Bay market, and so am I. I'm in Clearwater, and I think Trisha, you said you were in Tampa.
I'm a little bit north of Tampa.
Okay, but
I'm in Land O'Lakes right now, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I do a lot of work in Land O'Lakes too. So you like us cover a wide range of areas, and so basically how this format works is we just try to promote you and your business and just let you talk about how you got started.
Alrighty.
So we'll let you have the floor.
Trisha, before she goes, I just a couple of questions. How long have you been in photography? Is this your always aspired to be a photographer of all sorts or any sorts? Do you have a prior life like we all seem to have?
Yes, I actually,
we all started doing something else.
I did black and white photography in college, so
I actually just got into photography. Oh, sorry. About right around 2018 was when I really started kind of getting into the whole photography and droning I had been doing for a couple of years. But we moved to Florida in 2018, and when we moved here was kind of when I made the career change, because I was in healthcare prior to that. So it was a big change, and it's been good. I've really enjoyed it, and I knew that it had to be something that I would really like, because I actually really loved what I did before. I just kind of, get EMS is it's kind of you can burn out. Let's put it that way.
I actually have some friends that are in that, and they lasted about 5 to 7 years, and they said the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made it a little bit longer than that, but
this is my daughter.
Okay, somebody's popping up in there.
She does pop up every now and then.
Hello.
What's up, girlfriend?
All right, hey, Bryn. Yeah. What did I do with my? Oh, here it is. Okay. No, my drink. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trisha.
No, you're good. So yeah, we moved down here from St. Louis in 2018, and I just kind of was ready to, I guess, do something different. So we actually have a friend in St. Louis that owns a real estate photography business. And so, I kind of just watched him on Facebook, and he said that he had put a photographer at the Lake of the Ozarks. And jokingly, I said, "So when are we coming to Tampa?" And that was it. That's really kind of how it all started. And so he came down here and, spent a couple days with us, and we kind of went through the whole, how he did everything and his platforms that he used. And so he was an amazing, amazing person to kind of get me into the career field. So
he kind of let you shadow him, maybe? Did he let you shadow?
Well, yeah. So I basically just use his company name and, his format, how he kind of went about things. Because, that was literally the first time I picked up a professional camera in my life. So, and from there, from there on out, it's been a lot of, just learning and self-taught. And, he was a great guy. And I really enjoyed my time with his company. We just he's in St. Louis market and I was down here. So there was it's just a different feel for pricing and, just how things go. So we had broke off, but I mean, he actually, his son was one of the 13 soldiers that died in Afghanistan.
Oh no.
Oh,
So
pretty sorry to
yeah,
hear.
so
He's a hero.
yeah, absolutely. And we these are our long-term family friends, and when they lost their son Jared, it really rocked all of our worlds a lot. So he started a foundation for his son and the 12 other soldiers, and it's called Freedom 13 if anybody's interested in looking into it. But he
Is that on your
has a
Instagram,
foundation.
Trisha?
I think it is. I think it is. There
I
probably
saw a
is
few
some stuff.
veteran.
Yes.
I'm a
Yeah.
veteran as
Yep.
well, so I saw a few
Thank you
things
for your
on
service.
there. You're
Yep.
welcome. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, that was just that was when I was really like, okay, I really got to get on my own 2 feet now because Mark's got his stuff going on and he needs to deal with that. And so that was when I turned over and became Florida Hugh. And
Okay.
yeah, so that was, I guess, 2020-ish. Yeah, right around there. So
Are you
I
a Nikon or a Canon person?
I'm actually a Sony.
There
I
you
use
go.
Sony. Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the modern world, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes, I
like a
love
Mark
it. I mean,
Mark IV, or is that what's your camera?
I use it's an A7, not triple I.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've
and I
seen your
actually
interior photos. They're really nice. Yeah.
thank you. Yeah.
Very
I mean,
natural light, like ambient light.
we can thank Mark for that because
Yeah.
he was, I mean, great, great, great guy that he just taught me everything. And I still to this day, like if I have questions, I can pick up the phone and call and say, hey, Mark, like I have a question for you, and he'll
That's
help me
great.
out. So yeah. And so um I do the real estate side of it, and I guess I have a knack for it. I mean,
I think you
'cause,
do.
I mean,
I like your
I
photos. I checked them out. Yep. You got good
yeah,
composition, good
yep.
color, like natural light. Yeah, you definitely do.
I really, really enjoy it. And I mean, I got like my first year on my own, I was actually published 4 times. So, but droning, it kind of was a fluke how I got into droning in the very beginning. So my husband and I are big boaters. We
Okay.
loved to boat. We were very involved in our boating community in Missouri and St. Louis. And I wanted a drone to use out on the river, and he just did not want to sink that money into it because he was like, "It'll be gone," And so I kind of just sprung on my own and bought a really cheap one. And
Wait, was that what
and
happened to the Spark? I saw that video of the Spark.
No, that was here actually.
Oh, was that the
So
last? Like, did it
yes,
go in the water?
yeah, yes,
I
it
was
did.
telling my wife that. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my God, she's gonna tell
yeah,
that story.
yeah. So
I've put one in the water as well. I dunked it off the Sanibel Causeway. So
I swear, Trisha,
yeah,
we could do a podcast on just
yes.
drone crashes and
Oh yeah,
stories
yeah.
like that.
I just got to the point, and I just said this like maybe 2 months ago. Like, all right, I think I'm to the point where um, I'm changing drones now because I need to update instead of I need to replace because I lost. I made some kind of an error in judgment in flight, and
Oh
and
my
then
God.
turned right around, and as soon as I said that, I had a fluke. Not a fluke, but I mean,
Oh,
so
hey, Trisha, I didn't even tell you this, Davey. I was practicing. You can see my tiny worlds there. I was doing some practicing
mhm,
in Clearwater Beach and stuff, and I wanted to get a whole bunch of content for TikTok and Instagram. Anyway, I was just doing a me day, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep the flying this for a little bit longer, a little bit by Sand Key.
yep,
And
yep.
oh my God, I didn't,
It's
well,
like,
long story short, I didn't make it back to where I was, but I landed in
right.
Sand Key Park and I had to do the
Oh,
Find
so
My Drone. And I've been
but you
flying
were
for
able to
5
recover
years.
it.
Yeah, I was able to recover it. And luckily nobody ran it over and it was in Sand Key Park by the
Yeah,
ranger station there, or the
that's awesome.
maintenance station. But when you do the
Yeah.
Find My Drone, it shows the video of the last.
Right. Yeah.
So I got to see
Yep.
the building and everything, but my heart went into my throat. And
Oh yeah.
so sorry.
It's really bad. It's really bad though when you're like, oh my God, I have a big shoot tomorrow.
Yeah, that's really bad.
So thankfully, I do have other drones. I have three
But
right now. But
now
yeah,
the more drone people you know, you can also borrow drones and stuff
oh
now too.
yeah,
I've had to do that
definitely,
several times,
yeah.
so that's
And
cool.
we actually, surprisingly, so I was in Tarpon Springs when I did that, and I was droning some of the just their night shots as far as all their Christmas lighting and all that,
Oh yeah.
and I backed up off of like the sponge docks, and I was over the water, and I hit, return to home, and all of a sudden it's returning to home, and then it's like gone, and I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? So
Yeah.
um, I actually went and started, pulling up, find my drone, and nothing was popping up, and I was like, what is going on? So fine, I went home, and obviously I had to tell my husband, hey, so yeah, we're down another drone. And he always loves to do that. So, but it was right before Christmas, and we went to North Carolina to see our daughter for Christmas. So I had some time in the car, and I was just kind of trying to see if I could figure out exactly what happened. But it looked like from watching what I got back from DJI that it actually had gone down on a very, very small island.
Oh,
That is,
nice.
and I was like, there's no way.
Those little
There's
spoil islands. Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually came home and took our boat out, and we went over there and we recovered it.
No
It was not,
way.
Nice. That's
but
awesome.
but it was still a loss because it'd been like, I guess, like 5 days, and it had gotten wet and stuff. But I
Oh
recovered the
no.
footage. I got the SD card back. That was like the most
Did,
important part to
did
me.
you
I know
have
that sounds crazy, but
care refresh on it at all?
yes, yep, and I did
Okay,
that.
so
And so
then you
yeah,
could
yeah,
redeem it. Yeah.
yeah.
That's good.
Which, and that is nice now though that they do have that flyaway option, because I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to burn a flyaway on this one because I don't have it. But I ended up um being able to say, okay, I have recovered the drone. I can send the drone back to you. So there was a little bit back and forth because at first they were like, well, you already submitted it as a flyaway. And I'm like, but I didn't confirm all of it. And so they were like, okay, whatever. So they took it and switched it out. So all was well, but yeah, so I, went from there and
So what do you
just doing
fly
the real
now?
estate. Uh, so I still have my DJI Pro, the Mavic 2
Yep.
Pro. That
Yep.
was my original, like, more professional grade. And then I
Same here.
actually, I have the original Mini. It probably has 2 hours of flight time on it, maybe. Like I haven't used it. I just kind of
Right.
I can get rid of it probably. But and then I have the Air 2s, and I actually, out of all the drones I've owned, I think that is one of my favorite drones.
Yep.
I just
Me
Yep.
too.
it
Me too.
really, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it
We
just
say
kind of really fits everything. Yeah,
that's our main drone too. We both fly
yeah.
Air2s, and I have the same thing. I have a Mavic Pro 2, and then I've got a
Yep.
FPV mini FPV one, and so, but I
And that's
love that
something I want to
Air2.
get into. I haven't touched
Yes.
into that realm yet, but I'd love to get into that because
You know,
it
the
just
thing
looks
is,
really cool to me.
when I
So
take my kids to Disney or Universal Studios, I get sick on those FPV rides.
yeah.
I get car sick, so I wonder if
Oh
I
no, yeah.
really get into that, how much it's going to take me to get
Well,
used
It
Trisha,
to FPV,
might.
Trisha,
the goggles.
you should also check out what I told Mike about there a couple of weeks ago, the Insta 360 Sphere. It's a
Okay.
it's a 360 camera, but it was made to go around the body of the Air2s. Only the Air2s is
Oh,
the drone that it fits, and
okay.
you actually fly your drone straight.
I'll put
Uh-huh.
it
But
I'll put it right here. I'm going to put
put
the
it up there,
graphic
yeah.
right
Put it
there
up there next week.
when I edit.
You fly your drone straight, but the 360 camera, there's one up top and one below, shoots obviously in 360, and then when you edit, you can see from any angle, and you can do time
Right.
lapse, and you can do all of that
Right.
stuff.
If you
And
look it up on YouTube, there's some amazing footage
yeah,
of the 360 sphere.
I think it's about
So that's pretty, I mean, that would definitely be something I'd be interested in looking at, because I actually do 360s for all of my real estate stuff. So I have a 360 camera, I know that I would not use that one because it's a very high dollar, nice one. But it's awesome to think that there's something out there that I could just add to a drone and
The
not
reason
have to
why
go out and just
the reason
completely.
why I say it is because it's quite difficult to learn how to fly the FPV. Not that I have, and not that I know how to do it, but it's quite difficult. And it's a learning curve, you know. But this will
Right.
give you 360-degree footage without having to go through the process of, you know.
Right.
Now,
And yeah,
there are idiosyncrasies with it. So when you read the reviews on it, people, you know, it doesn't have great reviews, but it's because of multiple things, like where the memory slot card goes is not an easy place to get your memory card. It's
okay.
not easy to turn it on. It's not easy to do a lot of those things that everybody just thinks that, you know, should
Right.
be easy nowadays. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
it's a one of a kind unit, and it's been around for a couple of years. They've upgraded it once, so
I will
it's a pretty good
definitely
thing.
look at that because yeah, I mean, because
And it's a good
just
price point
the
too. It's like
Yeah, Insta
350
yeah,
plus.
360,
and that's the big
Insta
thing.
360
Yeah.
Sphere.
Yeah. So and it's made specifically to go around the body of the Air 2.
Correct. Air2s.
Just
Okay.
the Air2s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Air2s. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, awesome.
I never
Definitely
thought
be
my
looking into
drone
that.
could carry anything, let a,
It,
you know, let alone a little
yeah,
backpack like that.
it's
Um,
crazy what they can actually do payload wise.
yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
mean, yeah. So just for, I haven't ever done it, but I just have read about other people doing it. So,
Now, do you do
um,
in your real estate? Do you offer like, well, so you offer 360? Do you do
yep.
twilights? Do you
Hmm.
do,
Yes. Yep.
basically everything?
Yep.
What about
Um,
Matterport stuff like that?
so I don't do Matterport,
Plans?
but I do have the 360 camera. It's the same exact thing. It's just a different system.
Okay.
Matterport is extremely expensive, and
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
just
yeah.
their cameras alone are really expensive. But then
Yep.
you have to make that payment every month to
Hmm.
host all of your
Yep.
360s, and as soon as you drop that,
And
you
not
like
everybody
it's
wants a
right. So
Matterport. Like I really have not gotten much use. I mean, I don't even have it. I'm glad I never bought it. But I figured if I do need to do a
Guilty.
Matterport job, I'll farm it out. Davy's got
yeah, and that's
Matterport.
what a lot of people do. Yeah. Yep.
Or there's places where you can rent it, and I guess
Yep.
rental
Well, you don't
places.
need the big camera. What 360 camera do you have, Trisha?
I just had the Thea.
The Theta Z1, right?
Theta
Yep.
Z1, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
same one
That's what
I've
I
got.
Yep.
use.
Yeah,
That's what I use.
Yep.
It's easy to
Yeah.
transport. It's easy to charge. It's
Yeah.
it's a simple
It
process.
is.
Yeah.
I really, I mean, because I started out with their original, they're really like just downgraded one. I can't even remember what it was because they've had so many camera equipment things, but um, I liked it, but I needed to kind of advance a little bit just because I wanted a little bit more of a clearer, more clean, crisp images. So that was when I upgraded and I love it. Yeah.
Do you
So
do virtual tours?
yes, yep, I do. Yep. That's
were you
and
Mike, I've
were
never
you
asked you, Mike, do either of you guys know of a guy called Ben Claremont?
no.
sounds familiar, but
You should definitely, he is the king. I mean, I love this guy. His name is Ben Claremont. He's from Australia, and he is the king of virtual tours and
well,
360s. And he just Google him. He's got a ton
oh,
of stuff on YouTube
send
and
me
a
Yeah.
that
ton
link when
of,
you get a chance, Davey. I'll check it
yeah,
out.
Yeah,
Ben
yeah, definitely.
Claremont.
Like,
Ben Claremont, yeah, and I mean, he just actually put out a thing of which 360 camera you should buy for 2024. So I mean, maybe
yeah,
put that into YouTube, which Ben Claremont, which
Nice.
2024 360 camera. And it's like a half-hour thing, and he's got all of the thetas, the 360 this, the 360 that, and breaks it all
and is
down
all.
and explains
I
which is
guess
which.
I would assume he's on. This is on YouTube, right?
Oh yeah, YouTube, yeah,
Probably,
Ben
yeah.
Claremont,
Yeah.
yeah.
It sounds
So
familiar.
because like the really cool thing, I actually do the virtual reality goggles or whatever. I have a Quest and I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, but I mean, you can go onto the YouTube through them, and there's all kinds of 360 videos that are there that you can
Oh
watch
yeah.
and do. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's so cool.
My kids probably use that Oculus every day now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
so
I
Trisha, is
probably,
there
yeah.
anything else that you do besides real estate?
Well,
Marketing,
yes. Yeah. So
and
I've
Bees
done some work
360, of course,
for,
right?
yeah. Yes. Yeah. These 360.
You did some
And
today.
I did actually. Yeah. And now I'm going to kind of like take a little bit of a break. We're moving. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we're excited. We are super excited. So moving
You're
to the
not moving out
water.
of the area? Where are you moving to?
No, we're moving to Hudson.
Oh, okay.
So
Just a little
yeah,
north. Okay. Yep.
yep, we bought a canal home and yeah, and
Nice.
we're really excited, very excited. So, but so I started really kind of digging in and kind of doing to get certified to be able to do full inspections in Florida. And because I am on the real estate end of things, and a lot of my agents seem really, really that piqued their interest to think that they could kind of use me for both. So I think that that would be a good
Now, what kind of inspection was
outlook.
that again?
Just regular full inspections, like
Oh, okay.
if you're yes,
Like a
wind
wind
mitigation,
mitigation?
yes,
Right,
yeah,
right.
all
Yeah.
of it, yep.
Yep.
So
Okay.
if you're purchasing a new home, and of course you want to have it inspected first or whatever, that
Pays a
kind of
little
stuff.
better than
So
bees, doesn't it?
it does, it does, it does. Yeah,
So,
like, yeah. So
that's great.
I mean, but bees has been good in the sense that I've learned from it, and I've really found my way around the area better because
Yep.
I mean, before that, I just moved here in 2018, so you know, outside of going for my shoots and stuff, I really wasn't, like I didn't reach outside of my little area very often, and this kind of forced me to step outside of my box, and it's been good. It's been good
I
for
was
that.
gonna say bees has improved my flying, believe it or not. Like,
Yes,
I
definitely.
mean, just getting around those roofs and stuff and those
Yes.
trees and
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
that's something that I was worried about today because I ended up doing 6 bees inspections today. And
Today. Yeah.
that's why I was asking you, Mike, does your phone overheat? Because I was down to like 8% on my phone. Now, the problem with that is when your phone goes blank, your drone stays up in the sky.
yeah.
Where
So
where
you
it
can
sits, where it sits. So
you
if you're in the middle of a roof inspection and you're in the middle of the roof
right.
and your phone goes dead, your
It's
drone
going
sits there until it falls. So
into the
So
roof.
there's a workaround for that kind of too, though. As long as your remote is like semi fully charged, at least enough. If you go into your DJI app and go to the settings, it will. I think it's under control that you can go down and just scroll down, and it'll say phone charging, and you just flip that toggle over to charge, and your phone will actually charge off of your remote if your phone
Really?
is. Yeah, yeah. So
If
that's.
your
I
remote,
mean,
your RC is good in charge. Okay.
yeah, yep, yep. So I
hang
mean,
on,
because
hang
I
on.
charge.
Sorry, Trisha, where is that again?
So when you go into the DJI Go app
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
probably the
on your phone,
safety
right?
area, right?
So I think it's under control. So the first one I think is safety. I think the second one is control. And then you got to scroll down a little bit, and it's there. It's it just says phone charging, and you just toggle over, and
That's
yeah. So
good.
then you
I
can,
think I've seen
yeah,
that, and they're like, "Oh, well,
yeah,
when am I going to use that?"
See,
and that's when you use it.
this is why we talk to drone people, and this is why we do this podcast, because
Yeah, absolutely.
everybody learns something new. I always
Yes.
carry a second drone with
Mhm.
a
Me
fishing
too.
line and a
Yeah.
hook. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
if I need to,
Yes.
I send a second drone up there and I'll go fishing for my first drone. It's
That's hilarious.
Well, how many now? Okay, so how
Yeah.
many Bees 360 jobs have you done? Do you think, Trisha?
Me.
Yeah.
Last year, well, I think I'm pushing 400.
Okay, yeah. So we're 400 to 500 as well. We're in that range.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
we're probably never going to be the Bees pilot of the month. I know that because
No,
No.
that one
no,
guy
no.
did like he would have done 20 a day, right?
You're just like, but to me, I'm just like, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
How does
let's
that
go to
happen?
B.
How can you do that? How do you
There's
do
no
that though?
way. I think the record's like 20. I'm like, there's no
No,
way.
he did 2,000. He did close to 2,000 for the year. The very first guy they put out, he did.
We got to
close
get
to
him on the
2,000.
podcast, Davey.
But
I would love to hear the story behind that.
I
Yeah,
really, they were
they
all in the same neighborhood, maybe.
they all must have been
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
experience,
Like,
because I mean,
Yeah, yes.
I was on the other day, and I had 4 jobs in one.
2 minutes left,
day.
Dave.
I had 4 jobs in one day, and each house was over 6,000 square feet, and they were premium 4 points, and they wanted to pay me $45. I'm like, no, I need $100 for each one of these jobs, otherwise I'm not doing them. So
Yeah,
So-
and it's good to hear.
Good.
So you guys kind of have set a bottom for them and kind of laid down that law and said, hey, I don't show up anywhere for less than.
yeah, I mean,
I
you're
mean
not
that
getting
yeah.
me to do a 6,000 square foot home, and each one of those homes, let me tell you, one of them was 13 million, one of them was 11 million, one of them was 9 million,
yeah,
one of them was $7 million.
absolutely.
And I'm like, I'm not doing it for $45.
You
Would
know,
somebody else do
Trisha, I
it?
was just
Yeah.
thinking we could probably get about 10 bees pilots and just do a Zoom podcast just
Oh,
like this. Have you in the corner, have Kenneth and all those other guys
yeah,
that we're
yeah,
meeting
yeah.
on the Discord now. I'm gonna
And
get some
that's
more of
great,
those guys
though.
on here.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that's a great outlet though, because I think that it's good for us to kind of soundboard off of other people and kind of have that realization that we're not alone out here in how we feel. You know?
right,
Yeah.
right.
So
Okay, so
yeah,
we got about a
yeah.
minute left, Trisha. So anything you want to say with the last minute? Let's see.
I mean, to me, droning is almost like healthcare in the sense that if you work in healthcare, just about anywhere you go, you're going to have a job. You know, that's just how
Yeah.
it is. And that's same for drone, you know,
Oh,
pretty much
absolutely.
anywhere you go, you're going to have a job. And I love what I do.
That's where the
So
technology
yeah.
is, right? So
And you always have to be open to listening to other people and learning from what, from
30
them and what
seconds.
Well,
they
Trisha,
yeah.
before we get cut off, thank you very much for
Absolutely. Thank you.
playing along tonight. We had a great
Yes.
conversation, and we'll get you back in the next few months or few weeks, and we'll
Yeah.
do this again.
And it's good night from
Thank
me.
you so much.
And it's good night from him. We'll see you all later.
We'll
Good
see
night,
y'all
guys.
next time. Like and
All
share,
right.
like and share.
Right up my alley. But it's been a big learning curve, you know. I mean, within 1 year, I started my business December 22nd of 2022,
Oh wow.
and it's been like 100 miles an hour. I mean, I've gone to flight instructor training. I've been learning about the 360s mapping. I mean,
Yeah, it's a lot.
rescue,
It's a lot to
thermal.
learn. It's a lot to learn. We
It
notice
is.
some people just take off like gangbusters, and other people it takes a while. They build the roots. Like me, I built my roots for a couple of years. You know, I did another job. I did pickup and deliveries with my truck.
Yeah.
But I was a graphic artist and adventurer for my whole life. But you know, we there's always an interesting story, isn't it? How we get
Yeah.
into the drone world. And, you know, and yours is you did the snowflakes, you're into that and photography. So,
Yeah.
this just kind of evolved into drones. And so,
Yeah.
so what kind of drone work do you currently do?
So you were talking about creating the roots. I would say that I am in that same situation where, I mean, I just went and did the thermal. I've got the M3T,
I
Mavic
saw
3T.
the thermal thing with the
Yeah.
bears.
Yep. And I've got
That
an
was
Air2s.
incredible. I'm putting that
Yeah.
right here. Wait, putting that right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip that and put it right there.
It's amazing, you know. So the big thing, well, there's multiple aspects with it, but the part right here is search and rescue. You know,
Yes, I saw that. Yep.
I
The
like
dogs.
helping people, and so I volunteer with a local group up here, and we did a little bit of a GoFundMe to help with the drone, but we didn't get near enough. So, anyways, I stepped up and paid for the rest of that.
I saw
For
your
the
GoFundMe page too. Yeah.
it's cool, you know, it helped every